Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. What's going on? This is Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness Is Not a Game. And y'all, we are at the end of the year. What's happening? It is the 26th, which means we have less, less than a week in the year. So let's talk about how this year been going and what you got going for next year. But first, of course, ain't nothing changed. Drink up. That was delicious. Let's get to it. And if you're here with me, say hey, let me know that you're here. If you're catching this on replay, do me a favor and type replay in the chats so I know that you came back and watched, because most of you will be. It's the holiday week. Folks might be traveling, and I did just randomly come on. But I had to come on because I was just thinking about it. Because like I said, so last week, and if you all were there, let me know in the comments. But last week, I did a training called the 2024 Wellness Blueprint. And the whole purpose of that training was to help people get prepared for next year. Because what I know is that a lot of folks hope and wish for things to be a certain way next year, this week, or whatever, but they're not actually goals, and folks don't want to do no work for it. Now, if I'm stepping on toes, apologies. I say, I ain't heard nobody say it in a while, but sorry, not sorry, because somebody needs to hear this. Right. Too often I hear people say, oh, I need to get it together. Oh, this my year. I'm gonna get my life. And I'm like, all right, well, what do you even want? Like, that's the first issue. A lot of people can't succinctly say and definitively say what their goals are. I want to lose weight. I want to tone up. How you gonna measure that? How much you gonna lose? How you gonna determine if you toned up or not? Like, first of all, we gotta set real deal goals on what we want next year. I don't want people to say, I just want to do better. That ain't saying nothing. And that honestly is that's I want to say it's a scapegoat, but that ain't the word. It's so broad and so vague that you can't even be held accountable for it. Right? If you want to do better, then it needs to be, I need to drink half my weight in water in ounces, right? I need to sleep 7 hours a night. I need to eat vegetables at least once a day. That's how you know if you're doing better, because you put something specific on it. Just saying do better. People like, how you doing? Girl, I'm doing better. How, Sway? When you ain't putting no guidelines on nothing. But I really think a lot of times people do that so that people can't hold their feet to the fire. I always say nothing grows in the comfort zone. If you really, really want to make changes, you gotta be willing to get uncomfortable, because on the other side of that discomfort is amazing beauty and progress and pride. All the things that you say you want, but we scared to run for it because we're afraid to get a little uncomfortable. But where you are right now, it's uncomfortable too. So which discomfort do you want? Do you want the discomfort of not fitting your clothes, not want to go out in public, not being able to move up and down the stairs without your knees hurting? Or do you want the discomfort of putting in a little bit of work 30 minutes a day, putting in the work of training your palate to drink water, because water ain't got no flavor, water nasty. Come on now. Which discomfort do you want? You're going to have something. But we keep taking the easy route out, y'all, when it really ain't that hard. It's really not that hard. And we've been programmed. Drink up, y'all. And if y'all here and y'all got y'all water type drink in the chat. But we've been programmed to think that making changes, no, we've been programmed to think that living healthier lives is a challenge and it's hard, when it's really not. They're just certain guidelines that we should follow. That doesn't mean that, oh, let's also be clear on this. We've been programmed to believe that if we don't do everything exactly right, then we may as well not do it at all. That's a lie. Consistency does not equal perfection. Somebody type that in the chat. Consistency does not equal perfection. That means that you're just focused. And even when you veer off, you get back on. That's consistency. That means that you are working towards a certain goal daily, weekly, monthly, whatever that is, right? That does not mean that you hit everything on the mark all the time. You are not a doggone robot. You are human. You are human, but you got to put in the work. What we're not going to do is take a magic pill and all of a sudden be healthy. What we're not going to do is tie on some contraption with all the buttons and Velcro in the world and call yourself being consistent and doing better. Hey, Miss Carla, y'all, we actually got to do a little work. We actually have to think, put in some effort. And especially now, and I keep saying it, y'all, the majority of you all who are watching right now, 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus. That means that we don't have time to play around with our health anymore. We don't. We got to make some changes. There's some things I do now that I would have never thought I was going to do in my 20s, right? I didn't know I was going to be taking all these supplements. I didn't know that I would be intentional and think about what I eat and when I eat, right? We used to just be able to eat whatever we felt like and when we felt like, and it was like, whatever. We can't do that now. I got to balance out some things. I got to control what I can control because I don't know what's happening for dinner, right? So I need y'all to think about that. Hey, good evening. Happy holidays, right? Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, happy holidays. But as we're preparing to get into the next year, which is on Monday, and let's talk about that. This new year, new me. Folks are quick to be like, it all starts on Monday or new year, new me. Well, guess what? 2024 starts on a Monday. So if this ain't ever been your notice that this is time for you to get cracking, here it is. Here it is. What other warning do you need? What other sign do you need? Now, this is the thing. I know a lot of folks, and let me say this. Let me back up. I ain't getting down on nobody because anybody who makes any effort, mad props to you. And I say that wholeheartedly because sometimes too often, people take away the credit that they deserve for trying, right? There's no such thing as a small try or a small win, right? But we got to do more. And I know that there are a lot of people who have these desires. They're just not exactly sure what to do or what will work because these internet streets got a whole bunch of information and it's real easy to fall into information overload and you just like forget it. You get to seeing so much, you just like forget it. I'm done. So this is why I'm bringing back the Belly Fat Challenge. We did it right before Thanksgiving because I know people typically like to give up at the end of the year and just like forget it, I'm waiting for the new year. So I did a 30-day challenge before Thanksgiving to help women lose inches around their belly. And those ladies who participated, if you were in the Belly Fat Challenge, let me know in the chat and let folks know what your results were. But these women were losing 1 inch and a pound a week. What? And guess what? It was all just practical information. Wasn't nothing crazy. Wasn't no diets. Wasn't no crazy workouts. Wasn't nothing like that. It was like, okay, if you want to lose inches, these are the things you got to do because it is a combination. It's a combination. You're not going to enter into a 30-day plank challenge and call yourself going to be healthier. It ain't going to happen. You ain't finna sit there and eat cabbage soup for 30 days and call yourself going to be healthier. No. Because even then, like the challenge has been over now for a little over a month. Folks are still dropping in the Fitness is Not a Game Facebook group how much weight they're continuing to lose since the challenge based on that information that they got. How many inches they're continuing to lose since the challenge based on that information. Because it's real deal practical tips. That's it. That's all. Little things that you probably know you should do. You just need those reminders and that validation that it actually works. We got to have all three things, all three pillars to fitness in order to lose that belly fat and to be healthier, right? So you got to, you got to have your diet, you got to have your exercise, but don't forget that core, that middle, which is that mindset. So we incorporate all of those things. And when I say mindset, that's not just walking around saying affirmations. It's the mindset of even saying consistency does not equal perfection. So that when you do fall off track, you give yourself some grace, you dust yourself off and like, all right, this wasn't the greatest day or this wasn't the greatest week, but I'm back on the next week. A lot of times people struggle with that in itself. Soon as they fall down, it's like, oh, dang, here I go. I failed again. Oh, well, may as well give up because I can't never do it. And when you fail, have that perception of failure enough times, that does mess with your motivation and it does not encourage you to keep moving. So that's why we include that mindset component too. And so it was interesting because I thought about y'all this morning. I started to go live while I was working out. But this morning, I originally wanted to do, I'll just walk y'all through. We traveling, right? And I was going to do the low impact exercise cards for the workout today. And if you got them, let me know in the chat. But it was just a lot going on in the house, right? So I decided to do my hike on the treadmill. For anybody who does not know what that is, I love to get on the treadmill, take that thing to the highest elevation and just walk it. I'll put on a good 45-minute, hour-long show and I'll walk it. And I walk it forward. I'll turn around and walk it backwards to hit them glutes. I'll do it sideways to hit the inside and the outside of those thighs and the hips. I love it. And while I was on there, I was, when I was walking backwards, I was just feeling all of the muscles that were being activated during that workout. And I was like, oh boy, I could feel my core. Like this is a great core workout. And I thought about how a lot of times people, when they think about wanting to lose their stomach or burn fat in their belly, all they think about is what ab exercises to do. It's not just about the ab exercises. Real talk, everything that you do activates your core. All of it. So it's a combination of things that you have to do. It's not about jumping on the floor and doing crunches all day, every day. Drink up. You got to do all the things. You got to build muscle. You got to do cardio. You got to drink your water. You got to watch your diet. So if you want help to know what you should and should do, like the practical tips, make sure you're signing up for this New Year No Belly challenge. It's 14 days. It's only $27. And let me tell you what you get for that $27. And you know what? And I'm going to tell you, and I'm pulling up the list, just make sure I don't miss nothing because it is a lot. But the way I'm doing it this time, I decided to have everybody who participates in the challenge get the kit. That's why it's 27, because I need you to have all the things, because I want you to be serious. I want you to invest in what you say your goals are, and it's only $27. So if you were just paying for the information alone, that's what, less than $2 a day. But let me tell you everything that's coming in the kit. In addition to the 14 days of emails, I'm going to give you a 7-day meal plan. For 7 days, you're going to get breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks. Everything that you should be eating, right? So you can double that up and just follow that meal plan for those 2 weeks and watch how your stomach shrink. I'm also giving you the Jumpstart Guide. Now, the Jumpstart Guide, I love that. I created it a while ago, and it's a 5-week guide. Inside of that guide, for each week, you have a workout, a recipe, and a fitness challenge, right? So I'm adding that in there too. Then I'm also giving you your BMI/BMR calculator. Your BMI, your body mass index, everybody knows what that is. That's basically telling you how much of your body is body fat. But then the BMR, your basal metabolic rate, that helps to calculate what your baseline number of calories that you should consume every day should be. That's important because too many people don't eat enough food. I'm gonna give y'all. Y'all want a tip before the challenge even gets started? If you want it, say I want it. This is the thing. You gotta eat to burn fat and to lose weight. You can't starve yourself and think you're gonna lose weight. Not gonna happen. So I include that BMR so you can see, dang, for my height, my weight, my age, I need to eat at least this much just to be able to breathe. And we'll go more into that with the challenge. All right. I'm also giving you now, y'all, I'm still listing everything you get for this $27. Then you get 48 printable affirmations and quotes. With these, y'all, you can print these things out and put them wherever you need it, in your car, around your house, in the mirror, bathroom, refrigerator, in the refrigerator, wherever. Then I also give you 10 motivational phone wallpapers so that you remind yourself that there's no such thing as good or bad food. Remind yourself, give yourself grace. Remind yourself that you won't compare yourself to other people, all those good things. And because I'm still listening, because I want you to make sure that you are putting the best things in your body, I'm also giving you a chart that includes what fruits and vegetables are fresh during each month of the year so that you'll know what you should and should not be buying right now in December and January. Because when they're in season, that means that they are riper, they're coming more locally, right? And then the ones you love, since they out of season, just go get them frozen. All right. What I'm also going to give you is access to the virtual deck of exercise plan cards. So on your phone, you'll be able to take workouts with you. All you got to do is tap the screen and it randomizes your workouts for you anytime, brand new. Plus, I'm going to send you in the mail a physical deck of the low impact cards. I'm going to say this, and not too many people say this about their own stuff. So I created the first deck, well, the regular deck first, right? And I love it. But that low impact deck, that is by far my favorite. I absolutely love it because you get that good slow burn without jumping around, without you feeling like, without having to do burpees and all that stuff. It is such a great workout. And I do them everywhere. So I'm going to send you that. Plus, because we are measuring our belly fat, we measuring if that belly going down or not. I'm going to send you 2 strands, 2 of them, of waist beads so that you can tie those on to see how those beads will drop. Because when you are with yourself all day, every day, you see yourself every day. And especially if you like to get on the scale to measure your progress and the scale may or may not move, you don't see the other progress that could be made. And our goal is to focus on that belly. So when you wear those waist beads, you'll see when those beads drop, because I'm gonna have you taking pictures too. Not everybody, well, I was about to say everybody knows, but I wear beads. I love them. I have 6 strands on myself. And that's how I can determine if I'm making progress, if I'm regressing, or even if I ate something my body didn't like too much, because these beads will get tight when you get real bloated. But then I'm also going to give you 30-day access to the replay links for all the live sessions, because we will, because this is essentially a paid challenge, it will not be broadcasted publicly. So that means it will not be in the Facebook group. It will not be on YouTube. It is just for those people who are serious enough to commit. And if you've already signed up, let me know. And I'm talking about this time, not if you did it before. If you are signed up right now, let us know in the chat that you're in. We're going to do it privately in Zoom, just for my folks who've made that serious commitment to themselves. And y'all say serious commitment, but that is a very small investment. $27 with proven results. There are women who in the last challenge lost, and I was saying in a 2-week span, they were losing about 3 inches in 2 weeks. You've been fighting to lose these inches for probably years. But I can give you that information that's going to help you lose 2 to 3 inches for $27 in 14 days and start your year off right. So because I know folks like to start the new year off right, and they say new year, new me, I'm on it. That's why we are starting in the new year, right at the smack dab of the beginning. The challenge itself starts on January the 2nd, but on January the 1st, the very first day of the year, we're going to have a kickoff call so I can really talk you through everything to expect for the challenge, let you ask your questions before we get started so that when the second comes, we're hitting the ground running. And you get to watch yourself lose all those inches and make that progress. So all you got to do, the link is in the description, but go to www.newyearnobelly.com to get your spot in the challenge. And also, make sure you share out with your people and have somebody join with you. That is something I highly suggest. Have somebody join with you, even if you and your girls decide, you know what, let's do this together or make it a competition. Both of those things, whether it's just having an accountability partner with you or a competition, they propel you closer to your success. You're going to do better when you got somebody else. You got me, you got the other ladies in the challenge. But when you have one of your girls, your cousin, your friend, whoever texts you in the morning, like, did you do this yet? How you doing on your water? Did you move today? All of those things are going to help you do better. And especially if you say, I bet you I can lose more inches than you. I bet you I can lose more weight than you. All of those things are going to help you get closer to your goals faster. So when you register, even if you're thinking about it now, send it to one of your friends, put it on your page, share this to your page, and be like, hey, who wants to do this with me? Have your own little group inside the group so that y'all can all start the new year winning. That's the whole goal, y'all. Because, and let's back up. Drink up. Oh, I'm about to tell y'all something. Can I be honest with y'all real quick? So I never consider, like, it's very rare that you hear me talking about weight loss. If you all notice, my focus for real is on healthy living. And I tell y'all, my business coach and my mentor, they be on me like, you just trying to save the world. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Because it is my mission to help at least 1 million Black and brown families change the trajectory of their medical histories because we ain't predisposed to these preventable diseases. That's facts. But I know that people want to look good, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But you can get both. We can both get what we want. You want to look better, and I want you to feel better. I want you to be healthier. Because I don't think a lot of people realize the importance of why they should be losing belly fat anyway. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to look good. But it is bigger than just looking good. We can't allow our stomachs and our belly fat or any body fat to just continue to grow without being concerned. And specifically in our midsection and our waist. When your stomach, I don't know if y'all know this, but if your waistline, when it's measured in inches, if it is more than half of your height in inches, you have increased your chances of being diagnosed with diabetes. When you allow that belly fat to keep going and just like, oh, it's a part of life, I'm just growing age and blah, 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 blah. I can't lose weight. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can tone up. It ain't too late. But when we just let go, it turns from subcutaneous fat to visceral fat. What's the difference? Subcutaneous fat is what you're saying that you already don't like. It's an eyesore. But visceral is when it basically starts surrounding your organs. So you go from just thinking about how you look on the on the outside, and not realizing that you could be real deal killing yourself by not just making small changes to burn that fat. All right. Now, I know you like Crystal's holiday season. Stop preaching at us. Sorry. I'm about to stop. But it was on my heart. I told y'all been on my mind today. And like I said, I know y'all traveling. So for y'all who are here, or just celebrating, relax, whatever, for y'all who are here with me on this live, thank y'all for obliging me right now, as I had to get this off my spirit, off my chest, because the ancestors guided me to have this conversation. But kudos to you too for being here. So I applaud you for that. All right. So we're going to do 2024 right. 2024 starts on the Monday. You've been waiting on the new year. You've been waiting on the Monday. So here it is. You got it. All right. So make sure you sign up for the challenge. Make sure you bring along a friend, a cousin, a sister, a line sister, or 3, so that y'all can all do it together. And like I said, for $27, I listed out all the support resources that you get. That alone, I think, is like valued at $150 or something like that. 130, 125, 48, something like that. Plus, you get the information. That's all cute. But the goal is for you to lose inches around your waist. To be able to lose 1 to 3 inches in 14 days, I think that's worth the $27 by itself. Let me know what you think. So I'm about to let y'all go. Enjoy the rest of your evening with your family or by yourself. Enjoy the peace and quiet. And I hope to see all of y'all in the challenge. We start on Tuesday, but we do have a kickoff on Monday, January the 1st, to make sure that you are getting together so that you're not just wishing and hoping. We're going to put some things in place for you to actually get there. And I know people are afraid of the word work, but it ain't hard, y'all. It ain't hard. We just got to be intentional. All right. So I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night. And evening or afternoon for some of y'all. And I will see y'all soon. Bye.